Good afternoon, you join me at the Keepmoat Stadium. I'm delighted to be with Jan Budtz, manager of Fit Rovers FC. Jan today is going to be announcing his squad for the vital game on the pitch on the 13th of May 2018. Jan, please start off with your first players from the squad, please.
Thank you, Mark. So obviously the squad I've selected for this game, we're going for the win, obviously.
Indeed, yes.
So it's very important that the squad I've assembled has got a variety of skills. So I'll reveal the first six, Mark, if that's all right with you.
Please do.
So number one, we've got Matty Parton, we've got Alan Ball, Bob Tate, Paul Reynoldson, Chris Kay and Tony Carrigan.
That is an interesting and indeed a mixture of some youth and experience. None more experience than Tony Carrigan, who has in fact been with the project since day one. You know, and he was man of the match against the Barnsley outfit when the Fit Rovers played.
Yeah, you're right, and he's made a great impact outside the pitch as well.
A big cultured centre half.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is indeed. Yeah.
Good at heading the ball. Yeah. The next six, we've got Dean Leggett, Dan Jackson, Andy Robson, Darren Greaves, Kenny Raggett, and Mark Hurd.
Again, that's a strong outfit. You know, looking down, a lot of experienced heads, a lot of flair players they've selected. And I mean, I'm looking at guys like Andy Robson, you know, making his debut, a big, powerful, you know, player. And I've seen him play, and he's a real threat to the opponent. I can understand why he's in the squad.
I think he'll strive in games like this. It's a big occasion. We'll have a few hundred people down, and it is his debut, so he's going to be fired up for the game like the rest of the lads. So hopefully see him flourish.
Yeah, absolutely.
To reveal the rest of the squad, we've got Andy Drury, Lee Hughes, Graham Sutherland, James Ryan, Jason McDonald, and Alan Barber.
I mean, that's an immaculate squad. You've got 18 men, you know, capable of stardom in this fixture against Tim Ryan's team. And again, I'm looking at guys like Graham Sutherland. You know, he's a graduate from last year's course. He keeps continually increasing his fitness, and there's no doubt that he'll be able to produce a few cheeky runs and really get him behind Tim's defence.
No, all I can say is that I hope that as many people as possible can come down to this game. Past members of the Fit Rovers cause and fans and families, because it is going to be a treat for the spectators.
I mean, the 13th of May, I'm so excited about it. It's going to be a massive game, and I'm delighted that we have so many people here at the press conference ahead of the what is a massive fixture for the Fit Rovers. Maybe just like to open the floor to some questions from some of the audience.
Alex Hobson, volunteer coordinator. So Jan, obviously veteran campaign yourself. There's going to be a few players in your squad that are going to be making the debut for Fit Rovers. How are you going to manage their expectations of the game, pre-match nerves, for example?
Well, I'll probably draw a bit on my past experience playing for the Rovers and other teams in the League One and Championship, and obviously drawing on my experience from my debut with Rovers and come on as a late substitute, straight into the penalty shootout against Man City. And obviously it was a big occasion for me, but it's something that I dealt with mentally, and that's what I'm trying to transfer to these players, that it's a big occasion for them. Some of them are playing in the first game, Andy Robson debut for the Fit Rovers team. Make him as relaxed as possible, but also make sure that he's fired up and ready for the occasion.
Thank you, Alex. Great question. Any more questions, please, from the floor?
Yeah. Hi, Scott Copeland, Health and Wellbeing Coordinator. Jan, a lot of these guys a year ago, 6 months, 8 weeks ago decided to make a lifestyle change. I'm sure at that time they never anticipated playing in a game on the Keepmoat pitch, a lot of them being Doncaster fans. What's your message to them coming into this game, the key things that they should do or should get from it?
Well, I think, as I mentioned earlier, it's a great occasion for these players who's probably never been playing on a pitch like this. I think how they've applied themselves throughout the course in terms of their commitment to losing weight, etc., but also having a lot of fun along the way. So I want them to come into this game, turning up on the Sunday with a positive mindset. We're here to have a good time. It's a team sport, mugging together, and as much as I want the win, I also want them to have a great afternoon.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you for that, Scott. Thank you, that was brilliant. I think we've got time for one more question. One more question, please.
Hi, Craig Collins, sports lecturer, club master, sports coach. Are you going to bring any more backroom staff in with yourself, or are you going to do it all yourself? Jan, what's your plans?
Yeah, well, I think as any big club or managing a big team is that you can't do this on your own. So I brought in an assistant manager in form of Mark Cooper. Mark's been involved with the Kicks programme for the foundation. He's led several teams at competitions down in London, etc., up in Newcastle, and he's going to be a real attribute to the team and hopefully make a difference.
Excellent, Chris. And he is himself a Fit Rovers graduate. He is, yeah. So I didn't mention that. So yeah, he's been heavily involved with the programme as well. So it's a nice progression for him as well. So it's not just the programme, the course itself. It's obviously after the programme what routes is the exit route, and this is one of them for Mark. So I'm excited on this path. Absolutely, great question, Craig. Thank you very much. Okay, so this concludes the press conference with Jan Budtz, manager of Fit Rovers. Just a reminder, guys, for you guys watching at home, on the 13th of May is when the big fixture is. Everybody welcome from 2 o'clock for a 4 o'clock kick-off. What will be a fantastic day, no doubt. 13th of May. See you there.